Yes, guys, welcome back to another live review, and it's good to be back here after a league game in a good mood. And what a performance! If we were talking about finally getting to see consistent attacking football under Thomas Tuchel, you got that and more so in this game today. We're going to talk about the front three. Kai Havertz, who looks like he's finally starting to get into his confident best in Chelsea. What an amazing first 10 minutes, by the way. We've been screaming about being clinical for ages and how we never kill off games. We had this game killed off in 30 minutes flat. 10 minutes in, 2 goals. Kai Havertz, such a composed finish for the first goal. And the main part about that was how easy he made it look. And that's what we've been looking forward to the most out of our strikers. That's the one thing that we've wanted to see. We wanted to see players that make it look easy, that don't make it look like such a struggle. And we knew that was coming from Kai Havertz. It was just as soon as he gets comfortable in the Premier League. And he's been threatening that level of comfort in the last few days when we've been playing him either off the shoulder of someone in the front three or as a centre forward in the role by himself. He's looked excellent. In this game, confidence was absolute brimming. This guy's touch, by the way. We know how silky this guy's technique is, but this guy's touch at this level and at this age is fucking ridiculous. It's damn near majestic. And I don't want to just start going off on Kai Havertz because this is an entire team performance. The entire front three were amazing. Christian Pulisic looked back to his best. Off the ball movement and dribbling close control was unbelievable today. Mason Mount, as always, came with the excellent work rate and brilliant footballing IQ and deserved his man of the match. 1 assist and a dominating performance in itself. And I know it's going to raise questions about Timo Werner because we've said that Timo Werner is undroppable based off what he brings to the team, regardless of goals. But look at the performance of that front three. And there's questions that need to be asked in itself because that was an amazing performance by all three of them, and they've showed chemistry together. Pulisic looked back to his best. Kai Havertz looks confident. Mason Mount just looks like Mason Mount, to be honest, because he hasn't dropped his quality throughout the season. But we're still only talking about the front three as well. We need to talk about the midfield too. Jorginho and Kovacic didn't give Crystal Palace even an inch of a touch in that first half. We dominated the midfield, we dominated possession, and a brilliant part of it was the pair of them. Mateo Kovacic dominated with his long passing. Jorginho as well was creating chances and starting opportunities all throughout the game. I don't want either of their performances to be forgotten about. It was excellent from them too. Defense as well, Kurt Zouma got another goal. We already know about his aerial ability and we already know what he can bring to the team. Azpilicueta had Reece James in his back pocket, got subbed off, handed Wilfried Zaha to Reece James, and he just pocketed him for the remaining 15 minutes as well. Rudiger, as always, had another classic Rudiger performance from this season too. All-round excellent performance, and this is exactly the performance that we needed after that game against West Brom. Because, yeah, we did beat Porto 2-0, but that was also a tough performance in itself. We needed to go out and dominate a game because it's a winnable run of games and we need to treat it as such. And that is exactly what we did today. What a performance from the guys. What a performance from the front three. We're going to delve into it now with the panel. We're also going to open up the lines to you guys about 20, 30 minutes in. But let's get everyone in now. What's everybody saying, guys? Oscar, we're going to start with you, man. What a performance today, man.
Buzz, man. I'm so flipping happy. Finally, we've seen a good performance. We scored a lot of goals under Tuchel. What more can we ask for, really? What more can we ask for? Only maybe a clean sheet, but if you criticize that, you're probably nitpicking today. We were excellent. We were literally excellent. From minute one, we was on go. We literally battered them, attacked with Cho down the right. Havertz got involved. To see Havertz score was just like a weight coming off his shoulders, and it felt like my shoulders as well. I was like, finally, he scored a goal in the league. He's got that monkey off his back now. He can just play confidently, and you saw it instantly. People talk about Timo Werner and how he lacks confidence, but Kai Havertz, in my opinion, became a different player as soon as he got that goal because the confidence just came through him. You saw it; it was oozing. He would take nice little touches and all of that, and then the perfect thing was Christian Pulisic did exactly what he did last season. Literally, that second goal, bangs it like thunderbolt into the roof of the net. And I'm so glad.
Exactly like the first.
Literally, same kit, everything, the same thing. I'm so glad he's back scoring again because we know that when he's on form, he's lethal. 2 goals for him is going to do him the world of confidence. And I want to see him continue to start. Carry on. Mason Mount was sensational, bruv. I know some people are in the comments like saying he shouldn't have been man of the match. But honestly, like Pulisic was great, Kai was great, Mason Mount was sensational for 90 minutes. I think, man, he was so
He's like
terrific.
at the heart of everything.
We've grown to expect that from the boy, though, innit? Like that's just what he's on. All the haters are turning into believers now. Like Mount is just too sick. And then I don't even want to talk about Hudson-Odoi. I want someone else to talk about Hudson-Odoi because, boy, I'm
going to go off for 10 minutes off him if you start.
I've said enough this week.
But here's the thing: I like it when people's agendas actually come out in front of their eyes. Fuck it, like I want to hear all the Hudson-Odoi praise. Go for it.
Like everything I've been saying, like when Chelsea play and he's playing on the right, our play is focused down the right. I spoke about how he links well with Mason Mount, and that was evident today. Him and Mount, like you could tell all the Cobham lads, yeah, apart from maybe Tammy, all of the Cobham lads have just great ball control. Their technical ability is sound. So you ping a ball
and they're intelligent
in an instant. Yeah. Get all of them race. That's why our academy is so elite, because all of those players just have that basic level. And when you play Mount and Hudson-Odoi next to each other, it's just sick. And then the way he tried to feed Kai Havertz for the first goal, the way he consistently put balls into the box in dangerous areas, he's brilliant going forward. That's why I always want to see him in the final third. But he's good as a wing back too, because he progresses us from the middle third. So when we pick up the ball, like edge of like moving into the next half of the pitch, he can pick it up in that wing back position and carry the team forward. Whereas you flip that with Christian Pulisic on the other side. Christian Pulisic is excellent in the final third. He's always going to score more goals than Cho because he's a finisher. Like I was saying, he's going to dribble in and out. And when he was in that central area, he played that through ball in for Kai. Kai almost got a goal. Like it was just brilliant football I was seeing. But I'm gonna let someone else talk because I've been talking to you.
I just want to clean up on that. And I think Tuchel made the right choice of bringing Reece James on at the right time, because we saw that, like, I think Schlupp was on that side and we needed a little bit more defensive stability. Plus, Reece James is already good in attack, so it gave us balance. But you see how fluid we are. Like that right-hand side at the beginning of the game, we won that game in the first, like, opening 30 minutes. Like, you feel me? That right-hand side was so fluid. Like, Cho links up with Havertz and Mount so well. The chemistry there is so good. Like that inside pass to Havertz was important. Like he sees that vision and he has that vision. And like those like little triangles they play, like where Mount will make the run like towards the byline and it'll open up the space for the guy like in the middle, like Havertz or something like that. But I have that, and it just looks so fluid, man.
But you saying that like the second goal, Chilwell and Havertz and Pulisic, that was silky. That was another.
That was goal. I was just going
the whole team was just excellent, and for me, like you said, but Mount was man-made. But for me, Kosovic was close to it as well, because he today in that midfield, he run wild. Some of the balls he plays well. How many times we've been saying about his final ball, and a few times he just literally picked out Hudson-Odoi on the side, booting it 50 whatever, and he literally. I'm just pure vibing over the performance, because that's probably the best performance we've done in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, that first half was the best we've played under Tuchel. This season. I was just saying, Wayne. Going off your point, frick, I got sidetracked. There's multiple candidates for me that could be man of the match. You know what I mean? Like I have to give it up. Like Mount was That's why, like, sometimes I criticize Mount because I know he's capable of performances like this. His potential is like up there. He can become like a proper footballer for Chelsea. Kovacic was actually like playing, even Jorginho playing those balls over the top, like that first one for Havertz where he did like that Bergkamp-esque. That was Bergkamp, bro. That was Bergkamp.
That was it. Like, yeah, World Cup '98. Bergkamp scored a goal against Argentina. Where
I swear Havertz could have had
the
defender today.
So we got it open.
Yeah, what I like about
the penitentiary open.
Yeah.
Which one are we talking about? The AC one? Are we talking about the Kai Havertz one?
Oh my god!
Are we talking about where's the Mason Mount one? I can't even find.
Oh, love it.
We got plenty of set wings. This is just a Chelsea penitentiary at this point. Obviously, we got the massively overcrowded AC penitentiary. We've got the Mason Mount one as well.
Of course, we could.
This has been Chelsea all of 2021. We're locking up everybody this year, man. One team at a time, West Brom not included, but then bastards are getting relegated anyway. But one team at a time, everybody's getting locked up. Anyone want to talk to me about the midfield performance? Because we could go off about the front three all that we want, and we're going to go back
the ball movement. I think I
counter-pressing about Jorginho and Kovacic. Go on, Fat.
Our counter-pressing.
I like the ball movement in the midfield, though. Normally, like last week, we've been criticizing them having a stinker. I just think, again, with the midfield, I don't have any negativity towards the midfield. I think it was all professional performance by Jorginho and Kovacic, and answered the doubts of so many people that has been criticizing the both being inconsistent. I just think that today it was more to the fact that those two has been, gel in that midfield altogether. Not only the midfield, though, it's like everyone literally. It's like we unleashed that anger from that last week defeat to defeat Crystal Palace today, and we just smashed them in a good way. So it's all in all, like everyone is a professional performance. But I just think we can't get too carried away. I know a lot of people are going to go about Mason Mount being man of the match, but I just think Christian Pulisic and Kai Havertz has been the one that underappreciated by some of our fan base. And I think Pulisic also today, not only the fact that Pulisic that we know is back, but also the fact that that's the Pulisic that we've been crying out a lot since the last season. You've seen a lot of Christian Pulisic last season against Crystal Palace, scored the 2 goals. It was like carbon copy of the goal that he scored last season as well. But yeah, man, all in all, like massive thumbs up for everyone. Yeah.
What I like too is how Christian Pulisic, he anticipates the back post and attacks the ball.
I was just going to say that. Oh my god,
it was carbon copy. It was the last goal last season. It was carbon copy, the same goal he scored against Crystal Palace last season.
The first goal was sensational, like a thunderbolt, so good. But that second goal is what we've been lacking in the team. Somebody getting on the end of the far cross, because James puts in crosses for days, Chilwell puts in crosses, and no one's ever at the end in case Timo misses it in the centre.
Stone cold killer. We missed that stone cold killer.
And remember last season at the back end when we faced Aston Villa, Pulisic scored that similar type of goal, back post. He knows how to sniff it out. Which is what I rate. What are you saying, Kazi?
No, I was scored. I forgot my purple pick. Left it somewhere.
No agendas, Kazi. No agendas.
And today was good. I can't even talk about Jorginho. Jorginho today, I got into this guy last stream. Me and Lewis, so what's good? I was talking about him being average against that Porto game. But this game, he was so good today, man. He was making passes I didn't even think he had in him, man. The way, did you see what's called that pass he gave to Kai Havertz?
Sensational.
If he put that one into the net, that would have been goal of the season.
Guys, I would have compared him with I would have gone onto every single Gunners channel, and just screamed, Odegaard, where, man? I wanted him to scream, man. Odegaard and Smith are in a mud, man. This is it, man.
And also, not only that, Arsenal fans have been comparing him to Pepe. Behave yourself,
Shut
Arsenal
the fuck
fans.
up, man. Shut the fuck up, man.
I haven't had a hat-trick today, to be honest. You could have had a hat-trick.
Yeah, do you know what it is with Kai, though? Obviously, we bought him for big money, and all the rivals were worried that he was going to be really good. And when he hasn't really turned up, they're all gassed. But one thing with Kai is I've never been worried about him. It's always going to be a matter of time for him. The quality is there. His touch is there.
It's too obvious, bro.
His intelligence. It's just coming. It's coming. And even those shots that he missed today, he could have had a hat-trick today. But the ones that he missed, you just see that it's coming. You see it.
And he looks like he's not even trying.
Yeah. Guys, because I got to shoot because Lewis knows I want to get to sleep because I've got to do a lot. So, guys, if you haven't done yet, smash that like button, subscribe to Lewis. Later on, tune in for WrestleMania Night 1. Doing 2 nights this week. We're bigging it up. Come and join me and Lewis and the gang and come and support whoever you want to do in wrestling. Let's have a laugh. We're going to have a joke. We're going to take the mickey out of Lewis when he goes bald because we've got to get him up to get in his hair done.
Don't forget your drinks, people.
The only thing that's getting shaved is the other side of my head, not this side. No way. I'm not coming out looking like some fun man. I can't
be like a golden egg.
£1,000 for that, Lewis. Don't forget that. Yeah.
But right. Like I said,
a grand is a grand. If that's the case, my head's gone.
Remember today, what result from last week when we lost 5-2 to West Brom, and everyone started criticising us, and we turned up. Yes, we conceded a goal, but look how well we played. And let's be honest, right? And I'm going to upset some panels now, but Werner, it's proven we don't need to play him. I know we want him to play well, but we don't have to rely on him and play him every game. We've got quality players throughout up front who can do the box to it.
By the way, Mason Mount
Money.
First and
Like I
foremost,
say,
yeah. First and foremost. Wait. I'm gonna call you out. Wait. Johnny, I heard you mention my name during that stream, yeah? Like, I have no idea why, because honestly, right now, I'm just enjoying the ride. Like Latimus Prime said to me a couple of weeks ago, he texted me, just enjoy the ride. I'm enjoying the ride right now, Johnny. So, yeah, I'm chilling right now. So, I have no idea why.
Don't mention that fool, man. Don't mention that fool. Come on,
I'll see you later, Lewis. Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, I'm enjoying the ride, man. I'm enjoying the ride. What do you want me to do?
Bro, listen, everyone, put respect on Mason Mount. Yeah, put some respect on that name. Man of the match, assist, baller, robbed of another assist, baller. Penitentiary.
He was
stops
average
rising,
today, man. He
bro.
was average today, man. Just
You're not average, bro. No chance, Kazi, bro. Absolutely wonderful with Kai Havertz.
You're gonna mud me,
saucy Kai Havertz. I'll tell you about Kai Havertz. He's literally come on that pitch today. If he'd finished that beautiful skill he'd finished. Oh, what that was. I rattled all the Arsenal fans. Right? I said he's Kai Havertz moving like Bergkamp, but it's not Kai Havertz moving like Bergkamp. It's the modern day Cruyff Havertz moving like Bergkamp, bro. That's what Kai Havertz is.
No, like
today
though, guys, our team was so good. The way we did the one-touch passing, the way we like Mount, Adoy, Havertz, Pulisic, it was just too good, man. It was too good.
The only bad point was conceding that dumb goal.
Yeah, that was a bit salty for me to take, but
it was dumb.
At the end of the day,
they had one shot on goal. One goal.
No.
That was a lapse in judgment.
Oh no. But listen, 4 goals, man. 4 goals.
Yeah,
but Johnny, don't you think that Pulisic deserves the credit a lot? Because I think he's been.
Pulisic was balling, man. That second goal was wonderful goal. Goal of the game.
I'm scared he's gonna get injured, man. I'm scared of this guy.
I think
get injured again, man.
But that's what it is.
I saw him get the second goal and just like pull up a little bit, and I was like, sub him off immediately because I'm
exactly. Just sub him off immediately, man.
I can't lie. We all scared when he scored that goal and then suddenly like fall down.
Yeah, you see that, but this is the thing. Like he's had an amazing game today, and I'm not gonna take anything away from it. I'm still raising the question mark until the end of the season. Until I
can't lie, he's got a good track record against Palace.
Yeah, but that second half was very easy for him to manage because the game was already done to an extent. Like I understand if it was 1-0 or 1-1, 2-1, something like that is tight. The game can still turn around. At 3-0, not so much. There's going to be a different level of intensity from both teams in this game. Palace are going to try turn things around. But in the back of their head as players, they're already thinking the game's probably already done and they need to move on to the next one, unless they can get an early goal. Obviously, they did get the early goal, but then we got the 4th goal straight off it. But this was the right game to keep them playing for a full 90. And I accept that. I accept the good performance. I still need to see this consistently and without an injury. Then I can really invest. Obviously, the quality is there, but the best quality is availability. And that's the one thing we need to see more.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that we, for example, against the winnable teams, I think we have to kill our teams early. And for example, if we're up against Brighton after the cup semi-final game, that's the kind of performance that from this against Palace that we would like to take against Brighton. So I would like for us to kill the game early and then give some guys some minutes under his belt, because I just think again. A lot of people hasn't played a lot this season. Werner has been overly used, like Tuchel said, and yeah, man. And we just have to keep the consistently in a weekly basis, because top 4 is not going to be easy for the own season.
Yeah. For the couple of comments here talking about Kai Havertz's shot is too weak and he needs to be lacing it across the goal. So if you so as okay, I'm not gonna act like I'm some professional football player, but look, if you have one side of the goal that is completely exposed, right, the keeper is going to know that you're going to go far post. So while he tries to dive to the far post, you try to slip it. You try to slip it underneath him. You try to slip it underneath him with a.
Put your phone on mute, man.
I know, right?
Come on,
You a
man.
busy guy today.
Crying out
Hey,
loud.
is that someone, man? But
Tell the host that
go on, carry on.
the host can wait.
That's his girl.
Oh, your girl can wait.
Nah, go ahead though.
Is it
I'm
mum?
not joking.
Yeah, it is his girl. He's got to go off camera and explain.
Oh, you gotta
it.
go. Oh, she
Can't
gotta
be
go.
on that, man. Xavi, chat to me, man, because he was going off on Kai Havertz anyway. So talk to me, man. Kai Havertz's performance, and talk to me about the turnaround
Kai
in
Havertz
the
Hive
second
in
half
the
of the
building.
season as well.
Kai Havertz Hive stand up. Yeah,
Everyone
nah, it
rise.
was,
I can't be asked to rise, but I'm rising in my head. But go for it.
Yeah.
yeah, nah. That was on me. I'm rising right now, but yeah, it was fluid. Like we all like wanted more goals in this team.
Football.
Like we were just waiting. We're waiting for like I know this is not a thrashing, but it could have been. We're just waiting for that team that could go off and score like bare goals on. And we look so fluid today. I think Tuchel is finding out more about his team because he did say in like the pre-match he's looking for ways to get us scoring more. And he said Havertz, Mount, and like Callum Hudson-Odoi, they're all like fluid in their movement and they can move the defenders out of their position. And he got it like spot on today. And Pulisic definitely looks like his post-lockdown self. As I said before, he's like one of the few players that can attack that back post and get on the end of these crosses. You feel me? And what's his name? Jester or
Beautiful
Vesta?
cross from Reece James, by the way. Beautiful cross from Reece James, man.
What's
That's my fullback.
The American
Jester's in the comments. He's there.
that I had to argue with. What did I tell you about Cho, bro? He can start, bro.
All right,
Yeah,
Lewis,
Pulisic
I could start
still,
going against Kazi though.
Jester, bro.
Yeah,
Jester,
Kazi,
bro.
we might need to have a conversation about Jorginho. Actually, no, we've already said this earlier, but you still need to drop the apology anyway.
Lewis.
What about what's called Jorginho, man? Jorginho's alright. You know what I mean? He was alright today. He was pretty good today. What lie to you?
He was very good, man.
Pretty good today.
That's the only thing you're getting out of me, man. Just take that out of it, man. So that's what you're getting out of me, man.
Hey,
I'm actually fucking petty and arrogant. That's the nice thing to say, man.
Kazi, you know, it was
season,
3-0. It was 3-0 when Jorginho came off, and then we conceded. Do you not think he
That
deserves
was
a bit more
Ben
credit?
Chilwell. That was Ben Chilwell. It had nothing to do with Jorginho.
Ben Chilwell had no chance of getting that header.
No, but it's not. That's not. I don't blame Chilwell for that. I blame.
It was that right-hand side that got mixed up with the cross.
The centre backs have got to take over Benteke. Like Rudiger and Zuma can handle Benteke. We know Chilwell can't. So
Mate, what?
I was just a bit like,
I've got to say this about Kurt Zuma. Kurt Zuma has been getting way too much respect, man. Kurt Zuma has been getting way too much respect.
There was Jeffrey Jeremy, whatever his name is, should have never gotten into that position first and foremost.
That was where
he was surrounded by three people. He was surrounded by Conte, James, and what's his name? And Aspilicueta. All of them left him. And they put it to Conte to chase him down the line. That doesn't make sense. Conte's playing the 6. He needs to be There's no need for him to be in the end. So yeah, maybe Cho instead of Ruth. So it never should have. The cross should have never even gotten in there. So you can't blame it on any of the center backs. That's
Benteke's strong point. Like
exactly. I mean, the man he jumped before Chilwell even thought to jump, and before Zuma even thought. So he had no chance of getting there.
Yeah,
I get that. I just think if he's going for a leap against Zuma can beat him. Rudiger can beat him. Chilwell stands no chance.
Yeah,
so I felt like one of them should have been on him.
Rudiger and Zuma weren't even looking.
I just think the positioning though, like you can't really blame none of it broke down from that cross.
I'm not worried about it.
And Benteke was actually winning a little bit, some flick-ons from
like you know Johnny, right? So I don't know what it was, but like at the 65th minute when we had it was a 3v3, but could have been 2. Had what's his name? Had Mount passed it to Havertz instead of trying to slip it all the way across to Pulisic. But for some reason, that right there was I was like, okay, so this is where we can really see the next step of Mason Mount, right?
And that's what I always say.
Getting goes down, man. It starts getting that. It's wraps. It's
that's
over.
what I'm saying. He's a baller.
Oh,
Once
that
that-
was crazy.
average.
Just as we're speaking on the centre backs, I just wanna say, we're so lucky that we've got Christensen, who's on some amazing form. AC Hive, shout out. Then we've got Thiago Silva, who's obviously doing his thing as a world class centre back. But then when Zuma
That West
comes
Brom
in,
game.
he becomes that goal threat from
Bro,
set
that was
pieces
the
again. Happy birthday to the AC.
Big up the birthday boy himself. We know it weren't an injury.
No wonder
but-
why you got prop, Lewis. His birthday
It was an injury,
Big
bro.
up AC. Big up AC.
No, I
wonder
didn't
why
even
he's
know
on
my
a high.
birthday was the day before his. I swear down, that's the jammiest coincidence in history. I can't be arsed. But yeah, like you were saying, our depth all over the pitch, not even just in defence, is crazy. We
Just
brought an
Mason
Anthony
Mount.
Quaid who'd been bodying Zaha all match. Just
Can I say this?
James to body Zaha for the rest of the match. When
Can I
you
just
have
say this,
two
yeah?
right backs at that level of quality, and that's just one area of the pitch. We can talk about the midfield, we can talk about the defence, we can talk about the attack, wingers, every area, maybe not in goal, every area of the pitch, we have at least one quality player in that position. And that's what we've been waiting for years. Quality depth. And now we have the manager that can utilize it as well.
Yeah, it was great though, for real. But like, what I just noticed was without Werner in the game, it just looks so fluid. And it's
Thank
not
you.
me saying nothing against Werner or whatnot, but like I've always been calling for two wingers on the pitch, and like you had Mount could play everything. You know, I could call him a winger, I could call him a midfield, whatever. But like Pulisic there at his best now, thank God, is now taking players 1v1, and his ability to arrive in the box every time at the right time. That's what I love about him, and it's like everything just came together without, you know, like one complaint I had about Werner was like he was the one crossing the ball. I needed you in the box to be the one finishing it. Don't cross the ball, don't pass it. I want you to have assist. I want you to finish it. But like right now, all around, havertz having a great game. It was so good. Actually, everybody had a great game. I can't even say anybody had a bad game. The midfield was great between Jorginho and Kovacic, and I'm always hard on Jorginho, but like the passes today was really good, and it's the type of passes I want to see more of. Those deep line passes. It's the main thing that we're lacking in our team sometimes, because you know, if we could, even in the Porto game, the passes were not the best from, you know, deep. So it's like we need either our defenders or Jorginho to get the passes up to our attackers quick as hell. And today it just happened so good. It was just so fluid. The passes, the combination is like, actually, I think this is our best game this season. Like in every, like just how fluid everybody was. I think it's our best game this season. And like it was just the combination between our midfielders. I loved it too. It was just a good game, man. I'm happy we're actually clinical today. Finished our chances and 4-1. That was pretty good.
Got that, you know?
When you said clinical, that is what we crying out a lot this season. We're like all of it this season. We've been criticizing of our forward three that lacking that killer instinct in their pocket. And I just think today, those front three are somehow the fluidity between each other is like
It was so
unreal to
fluid.
watch. It was so fluid, honestly.
I felt like every time we going forward, we could create, so like something was gonna happen.
It's like plus it was like, actually you gotta give Tuchel credit, because that was good tactics, because against Crystal Palace they couldn't even touch us. So it was like everyone played right, but the tactics too was really good in the sense that it freed up Hudson-Odoi, freed up Chilwell too at the sides. Hudson-Odoi has space for days.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, that's just like any manager should know that when you go up against Crystal Palace, you need to put your front three needs to be as fast as it can be, because they absolutely love bombing their wing backs down, even though they only have 4 in the back. So you can get them on the counterattack every single time. Every single time.
Tactical
And
masterclass from Tuchel.
also, you have to give credit to Tuchel also with the game.
Of course, no, I'm not taking credit away, but it's just like it's just you're right.
No, it was just a dominant tactical. I feel like it was a dominant tactical. Just our passes between, they couldn't touch us, and they were not even trying to like press or anything. It was kind of us being a low block team. Finally, we kind of opened the low block team.
I wouldn't call him a low block. I wouldn't call him.
I mean, but they were all seen behind the ball.
Do you feel like this is the case that the team is finally feeling more comfortable in Tuchel's system? Because we played very safe, especially at the start of his reign. And I feel like now we're starting to be a lot more confident in our play, a lot more confident in our understanding of his tactics. And it looks like he's showing a lot more on the pitch now. Because
think-
you are thinking in
think
terms
so.
of go for it.
I think
What
it's a
you think?
matter of speed that we're playing at now. Like if you look at how we were originally, people say, "Yeah, it looks like we're passing it. We're passing it sideways. We're passing it backwards."
Slow.
Right? Now,
It's a bit
exactly.
slow.
Yeah,
Exactly. So when you
Remove the ball.
when you're passing
remove
it
the ball
sideways
much
and
quicker.
backwards, right? Slowly, it looks bad. But when you speed that up and you force the players on the other, or you force the opposing team to have to react at the same pace that you're pushing, that's going to cause them to slip up. So now that we're comfortable in the system that we're playing and we're able to push the pace a little bit quicker, it forces the other team to, not forces, but causes them to make mistakes, and we're able to capitalize off of those. We haven't been able to capitalize earlier on the season, and now that we get this chemistry going and going and going, you see that we're able to get in those positions and we're able to capitalize.
Yo, I got
Yeah.
a question for John. I got a question for Johnny. Based on this Crystal Palace game. Johnny, you're there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
as much as I was watching this Crystal Palace game, and we were beating them, I was like, yo, this Crystal Palace team do have a decent players in there, but just in a better manager. Do you think like Lamp, that would be a good job for Lamp to get to get him himself back out there? Or not?
Nah.
They don't have
Nah.
the
No
youngsters.
Crystal Palace. No
And-
Crystal Palace, man.
Say that. I couldn't hear because you kept breaking up. Sorry. What did you say?
I just asked if Crystal would be a good game for Lampard for the Crystal Palace job, because Roy Hodgson is old, and with the COVID stuff, the owners doesn't want to give him a new contract. So I just want to know if that would be a good job for Lamps.
Oh, I think it'd be a good job for Lamps, but whether Crystal Palace will want to, go from a Roy Hodgson to a Lampard, I don't know. I mean, it could be a good job for Lampard.
Yeah, I
But
disagree.
it's still quite a big job. It's a bigger ask for me than what he had at Derby, to be fair, because they don't spend money, and you're going to want a manager to come in to make those players work, and I don't think that's what Lampard is. He couldn't do it with Chelsea, so why is he going to be able to do it with Crystal Palace, which is even harder for me?
He came into Chelsea and he didn't spend any money.
Yeah,
So-
but Chelsea are a better side already.
Of course. But then when he went to Derby, he got a lot of loans in. It wasn't like he spent a ton of money.
If he does the loan deals, maybe.
That won't be a bad job for him.
I think that's an excellent job for him. If he's going to be a good manager, it would have the opportunity to prove himself at a Crystal Palace and keep them up in the league consistently, because they don't play progressive football. So if he comes in there and adds a little bit of tweaks, I'm sure the fans will appreciate it, and he'll be in London. He'll know some of the players. I don't think it's that bad of an idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good job for him, because he'll get to work with Eze, he'll get to work with Zaha, he'll get to work with that youngster Ferguson. All of these are good young players that he could help develop, and that's
I disagree. They don't have enough. They don't have enough of them. They're the oldest team in the EPL. I don't think that they have it.
Are they?
Yeah,
That could bite some, bro.
I don't think
That would
they're
be
gonna make good decisions.
And they're all running out of contracts.
Yeah, but guys, if Lampard can't take over Crystal Palace, are you saying that he can't do a Premier League job?
No. I think he needs to put him in a position. Look, right, the way that Lampard wants to fit is
I think they're
the
trying
way
to
that he wants to play. Right, you can't play that with 30-year-olds. They're simply too old. That causes them. You're asking too much of them. Too much running, too much pressing. It's just too much. You just can't ask them. That's what's going to lead to injuries. That's why you need younger people to do the running.
Do you think Lampard could keep Crystal Palace in the Premier League though?
Of course.
Yeah.
So if you can keep him in the Prem, then
I think they can, and that's probably what they want anyway. They want a manager.
He's not that bad.
And I think if he wants young players to come in, he's the best manager to bring young players in. All of the younger crop of players have all watched Frank Lampard play, so they're all they don't mind. You know how he had that Frank Lampard pull in the summer. I think he could take over that job and do really well. He's got players like Eze. He's got that's it for young players. Really.
That's the problem. That's their only.
He has Ferguson as well. He has that youngster Ferguson. I also think that it would be. So maybe you could probably get some young players off the hooks and loan them in as well.
Tyrese, try and make your points brief, because your connection is doing a madness. We can't hear what you're saying.
I he could get some young Chelsea players coming through as well. And loan them into Crystal Palace and
Take
help
Billy
develop
Gilmore
them.
with you, bro. On loan.
Why not?
No chance, Kazi. No chance.
No.
If Frank Lampard's a good manager. If Frank Lampard's a very good manager.
Crystal Palace, I will
Billy
back
Gilmore.
Billy Gilmore going on loan. That will work.
Yeah.
And also,
Look, I don't mind him going under Lampard, but I don't want to just loan him out, bruv, to anyone.
No,
do you know
don't
what I mean?
throw him
He's
to
not
any
getting
club.
game
He has
time,
to be the
Johnny.
right club. I agree with you on that, but he
Yeah.
does need to get loaned out too.
Look at Jester's comment.
Justice,
Go ahead.
look at Justice.
Okay,
Justice has zero chill, man.
We'll look at
Justice had enough.
Justice's comments. Wait, first, I just got to read the super chat.
What
I'll
do you
ask you
say?
guys as well. Same front three against Porto. What's everybody saying? Do we go for this? Do we rotate? What do you guys want to see?
It's gonna be a different challenge.
Yeah.
So.
I back it. Let them get a consistent run.
Yeah,
No,
hell
because-
yeah.
Why the hell are we talking about?
No,
that?
here's the
It's a
thing.
rat,
I
furry
back it, but I don't see Christian Pulisic playing 2 games in 5 days.
Same.
No, first
That's
half,
the only difference.
I would give him the half.
I think Werner's gonna play.
I'd give him the last half an hour.
No,
That's
listen,
an hour,
Tuchel
yeah.
start.
I
No,
agree with Lewis.
I
Yeah.
dare Tuchel.
I would
One at a
start
time, one at a
him
time.
against Man City. I would start Pulisic against Man City
No, I was starting with Porto.
Wait, are we
Tuchel-
playing Man City at the weekend?
next week.
Nah, next weekend,
Next
yeah.
week.
There's a limit on
What are you
Pulisic's
saying?
hamstrings. You've got to be careful with his hamstrings, man. They're very tender.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
no, I
Honestly, what do we want
Guys,
on
guys,
Tuesday?
go one time. Babylon, what were you saying?
I'm starting Pulisic because I'm keeping the same front three because it was just too good right now. I'm not changing nothing. I'm not starting Werner in this game. I mean, you want to, I guess, but if you see the way they were just playing today, I'm not going to change nothing going to Porto. So I just feel like you got to keep the same thing working.
Yeah,
Go
that
ahead.
front three was
That front three today,
was
like
lovely.
my God.
I will say though, I'll credit Ziyech when he came on. He did look like he was hungry, he wanted the ball. He was playing, so he almost
That
assisted
pass.
Havertz. So
Yeah,
On
I
the-
was
you could-
robbed of
On
it.
a
could
serious
argue-
note, what do we want on
could argue
Tuesday?
Ziyech.
What do we want? Do we want to kill the game early, or do we want like to be?
I want to score.
But 2-0 up, man. They're not scoring
Yeah,
2 goals
we
past
got-
us, man.
Yeah,
We've won already, man.
Bro,
Yeah,
I
I
want
want
to
to-
I'll
man.
definitely get on Tuesday
Any
as well.
fluky thing could happen.
Yeah, we need to score
Nah,
one
come
goal.
on.
One
listen,
goal at
if
least.
Porto
Bro, it's football.
get one goal in the first half, it changes the dynamics.
They've got to
Okay.
score 3 goals, I
So
swear.
we need
What the hell?
we just need to keep a clean sheet. No mistakes like today.
Whoever
They
whoever
do,
gets the
Kazi,
first
but-
goal is gonna win. Whoever
Yeah.
They're
gets
not scoring that many goals, man. They have Maraga on
We
top,
should-
man.
We should
guys-
definitely play counterattack.
Guys, like to be honest, right?
But
that
if
was
you
like-
play counter attack, that's Timo Werner. That's his game, right?
Nah,
No.
Tim-
No
look,
more Timo Werner, man.
is
I know
not
what
the
you-
only
I know what
fast
you're trying to do,
player in the
Oscar.
team.
No, I'm
Leave it
just
at bench,
saying.
bro.
I'm
Please.
just saying, like,
No more Timo, man. No more Timo.
Nah.
I can't have his first touch.
Kazi.
I can't have this guy's first touch here, bro. Right here, bro.
Nah, think about it. Why we acting
Kazi
like
has
Timo
If you
Werner
want to
is
dissect
not
Timo
bad?
Werner, we can talk about that tomorrow. I don't want.
yeah. You make a good point because
No more
Well,
Timo.
we gotta talk about
No,
Chilwell,
no.
because everyone
Well,
wrote
because
Chilwell off.
I get.
yeah. Stupidly.
Chilwell
been
deserves
having-
so
been
much
having-
praise. He gets so much stick as well. I
Yeah.
have no idea why he had one bad drop of form
Thank you.
and we had
He had the
Alonso shout.
Lewis. He had
I've
the
always
back
said that.
injury for England.
never
Remember the
wanted
back
that.
injury?
Wait. Can I
That's
just shout? Can I
that's
just
why
shout
he
out
went
to
off
Lewis
form.
though? I got to shout you out, Lewis, because when Alonso came in and started playing well, you were the only one who was actually keeping a level head.
Hey.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
was-
no,
man,
no,
I don't like Alonso. I was saying it,
Look,
go.
check it out.
Oscar, don't skip me. I never liked Alonso.
I never liked Alonso.
I've never knocked back. I've never knocked back.
I did not like
Chilwell.
Alonso.
Everyone, a lot of people had the same idea, but this is why.
Jax
Because
is good.
we've seen how bad, not just Alonso, our left backs have been for years. Alonso has stunk up the left back position for 2
It's
years.
because Ashley
So
Cole-
was
Yeah.
Emerson.
Yeah, because
The only
AC is
reason
so
why he's had that
he's the
position
best
was
in the
because of how
world.
bad Alonso looks there. We bring in Ben Chilwell for 50 million. And okay, he doesn't play like a 50 million left back. Fine. I don't care. The fact is, we bought him also on a bit of potential as well, and he was going to have bad phases of play. How, after one bad run of form, we are calling for the return of Marcus Alonso back in the side? We don't
Facts.
deserve
Facts.
like
No.
don't
Allegedly,
like
that's-
Yeah,
that's
Kazi
fact.
was calling for
I
Alonso,
remember-
bro.
I remember
I
a
was
lot-
not, man. Stop lying. Do not
A
try
lot
and
of
put that
people
shit
were-
on my name.
a lot of people said Alonso was better. Look, Chilwell's not a left wing back. He's a left back. So
And he's playing
he had
well as
like
a wing back.
two.
Alonso is shocking.
No, he had
Yo,
two
guys,
bad.
he was saying he was good.
No, he had
Oh
two
my
bad
god,
games
man.
as a wing back,
Hold
and
on,
everyone
Kaz,
said
wait, let's
Alonso
see.
was better. Look, Alonso blinds people with his goals. You know, he scores 1 or 2 goals, and everyone think he's bad. Like, no, you're not gonna get me with that. He's just a bad football player. No, for real.
And also,
My brother knows how much I
people act like Chilwell can't score goals. Like,
Yeah,
Chilwell
like
scored
Chilwell
goals too.
Chilwell could score goals.
No, he's
Alonso
shooting
blocked
his-
me on IG.
Hold on. I'm not. Hold on. Let's take it a step further, right? Last week, the amount of people blaming Zuma for the work that Alonso was supposed to be doing.
Exactly, man. Facts. This guy left the whole left-hand side exposed, man.
I'm telling you, listen. We do not give Rudiger enough credit for the amount of times he has to cover for Alonso.
Yo, Rudiger stepped up, bro.
Rudiger was a beast today too.
Of course, he always is. He always
his
is.
fault
But
for the
he
goal,
literally does. Like he literally does two. Like the defensive work for two people. Like that is
Max Alonso's there, man.
Is like
It's his error for the goal today, though.
No,
man. It was not his fault, man.
It was Aspi and Cho for me.
I was
Aspi
showing
and Cho
Kai,
were
bro.
the issues.
It was Aspi and Cho.
Well, he should have been on the guy to not.
No, the ball should have
Get out of
never
here,
gone in.
Johnny.
The ball should have
Johnny,
never gone in.
This
The
agenda
cross should have
stinks.
never gone in.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the
think
agenda, right?
like the
Yo, guys,
the whole team fell
something
asleep.
I'm gonna say something. Yeah, like Hudson-Odoi, to me, like he was working so hard to impress today, but like he was just doing too much, and then like he just like hit over.
was good
Nah,
today.
nah,
Well,
come
he's
on,
just-
man.
he's not a wing
He was
back.
good today.
He was
good
not
today.
Oscar, Oscar.
He was
Hold on, this is a quick question.
He was
question.
excellent today.
So
but he was
if
just working.
obviously at the midweek when we play against Porto on the second leg, we're gonna have to go more defensive, so we're gonna have to play Reece James, right? So with will the front three today will they work as well as they did today without Cho in that side?
There is gonna be
space.
but then Reece James came on, he was just as influential.
Yeah, you
bro.
need to beef up the midfield with Reece.
But
You
at
need
the
to
same
beef up.
time, when Reece came on,
Yo, that-
hold on. At the same time, when Reece came on, Crystal Palace had just gotten a goal, so they were playing even more attacking as well.
Yeah, but Reece
Now,
came
listen,
on 2 minutes. 2 minutes, he got an assist, man.
But guys,
Trying to assist the whole game as well, man.
go back on go to like any stats website, right, and find the heat map for today's game and see where we concentrated.
We
the ball
dominated
most.
that right
It was
now.
right.
The ball was down the right hand side with Hudson.
Exactly, it was
Odoi.
Cho. It was Cho, man.
Now,
Cho was amazing, man.
if you look at other games this season when Werner and Havertz and those guys are starved of service, it's because we can never get the ball from the middle third to the final third. We always complain about Kovacic and Jorginho not progressing the ball forward. Cho takes the ball himself and brings it into that final third so many times. That's how we get balls in that area and the opportunities.
He's so good as well. He's better than backline as well, man.
Let me say something about that.
That's exactly what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Okay,
So I'm
but-
asking,
but-
are we
Yeah,
going?
but you don't have the, but you also lose a strength on that side and in the middle.
What
When
strength?
put
What do you mean?
Reece- When you add Reece into the mix, because when he put Kante on today, and he took Jorginho off, we did struggle, and they scored the goal, right? And I felt like we were a bit light in midfield, and Kante was off pace. But obviously, Zaha was getting in a bit more on Cho's side. So when he brought Reece on, we bulked up, added a bit more balance in the middle, and obviously assisted. I'm not saying he's better.
You seen that pivot, though?
I'm not saying that Cho. I'm not saying that Cho's not. Sorry, I'm not saying Reece James is better than Cho going forward, because obviously we know Cho's an attacking player. So you play him as a wing back for his attacking prowess. But with James, you know he's balanced in the sense of going forward and defending. And then I think in a game against Porto, you want to be balanced and not take too many risks and rely on your front three to sort of overcommit and be creative rather than a Cho and win that. That's the only reason I'd probably play Cho. I wouldn't play Cho for the Porto game, and why he played today.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, look, even with today's game, Cho
I
was
would play.
good.
I would play Cho, bro. Like he worked really hard today. All he needed was a goal.
I'm playing. Look, you. I mean,
Cho got it.
Reece James is a more complete. You know, obviously,
He's balanced.
wing
He's
back.
balanced.
He's just balanced and everything.
Yeah.
So it's not like a big drop off with Cho and Reece James.
The sub
But,
was
like,
perfect today.
Exactly, but like I'm gonna play Reece James because it's just balanced and you know he's gonna give you both sides.
And
Cho
he's got an assist in him.
And he could do whatever Cho could. I mean, I'm not saying he could do
And Cho
whatever
hasn't
Cho
played a
could
few
do,
games
but
as well,
it's
man.
not far off.
Hold on, yo, I never asked which one was better. I just asked if we're gonna get the same level of productivity against Porto.
We're going to get different things. That's the thing.
Yeah,
So I see
think-
people in the comments like Jester just said Reece James is a far better wing back than Cho. And when me and Jester were talking the other week, I said the exact same thing. Reece James is our right wing back. I want Cho to be further forward. And
I agree
even
with that.
Craigo said Cho was still rough around the edges today. I do agree, but the influence he gave to our team when he's rough around the edges, look at how we played.
Look how good he is with.
That's why I always
with-
say with Callum Hudson-Odoi, like he gives you so much on that right hand side, but it's also not where he's at his best. Like if he's that good on the right, wait until he plays consistently on the left hand side, and he can cut inside onto his shooting right foot, and he's gonna feel so much more comfortable. And he's gonna
so
feel
young,
so
guys,
much
as well,
more
man.
instinctive.
But my thing
20
is-
years old, man,
I
guys.
think-
Remember, he's
I
20
think
years old. He's 20
Pulisic-
years old, man.
I think
I was doing
Pulisic
some
on the
reading.
left
I was doing some reading
in his
about-
position is he's unplayable. When he's on form, he's unplayable there.
I
So
agree.
I don't
I
see
agree.
Cho being on the left.
But
I
the
see him
key-
being on
I
the
do
right
see him when he's
thinking.
injured, though. Pulisic gonna get injured.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when-
Johnny,
yeah, of
Johnny,
course.
That's
the
a
key
fact,
words,
man.
the key words, what you just said for me is Pulisic when he's on form. When he's on form like today, he's scoring 2 goals.
Yeah.
I can't argue for Cho. I
Yeah.
can't because
You know what?
Pulisic's
Look,
amazing.
it's not a matter of. It's not.
No,
a
no,
matter,
it's just
you don't even have
not
to.
arguing for Cho, but arguing who plays on the
No,
left.
who plays on the left? Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
We don't
I
have to
can't
worry
say.
about this. We don't have to worry about this. I mean, look at somebody that's in the same league as ours. Look at Man City.
Yeah.
They literally have 3 world-class wingers. They have Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, and Sterling.
Yeah, we
So,
got
and they
balance
they
and
make them
depth.
work,
Yeah.
and none of, and they make them work.
Options.
They,
It's just like Pulisic.
All we
offers
need to
something
add
like-
is some seasoned professionals, like some experience around those youngsters, man, and we'll be set.
Someone up front, maybe a bit more of a father figure up front, if you know
yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
so
saying.
sorry, but
Yeah.
hold on, before I get absolutely slewed in these comments, I meant having
Daddy.
having 3 wingers, good wingers. Not I'm not saying they're world class just yet.
Y'all watching this Classico though?
Nah,
Yeah,
nah.
I'm
There's
watching
no
it.
English channel on
Is-
it.
is
Yeah.
Hazard
Benzema
playing?
just scored a worldie.
Who?
Did he? Oh,
Really?
bollocks, man. Why is this on BT Sport and now?
Yeah, I know.
Benzema.
One of the youngest
It's on Premier 1 HD. I haven't got that channel.
Who scored? Sorry.
What fucking
Benzema.
channel even is
Oh.
that? Can't be arsed. Let me see
Lewis.
if I can find this.
Lewis, are you opening the line?
Yeah, I might. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll drop the StreamYard link in the comments. Actually, I said I was going to do
By
that.
the
Anyway.
way.
Sorry, guys. We've been so
Yeah.
stuck in the convo. There's only room for one person as well. So first come, first serve, I guess.
Valverde's so good.
The only thing
Well, Real Madrid's the home team, right?
Yeah, they at the training ground.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find
This training
something.
ground is nice though.
It's better than some stadiums.
Yeah.
for
By
real.
the way, I found something online, but
geez.
it's not like a heat map or something. But yeah,
Let me see if that's really him.
That was just class from Benzema, man.
I don't like
Very
Benzema.
live stream.
Why?
I just don't like. I don't
Let me
like him
stop
as
so I
a
can watch this
as a
on-
kind of. I
Yo,
just
I'm
don't like
watching
his
this game
personality
because
as well, man.
I want to
Need a clean sheet against Porto, though.
Just don't like him.
We get
I've never liked him.
Class.
Yo, man, them.
Yes, Sam. What are you saying, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
injured for a
God.
bit in it. I was playing football in it. I was injured in it, but what you man saying though, man?
What are you saying, Em?
Yeah,
Alright,
that.
still, I'm
game,
good,
man.
man.
Talk
I'm
to
back
You're
me.
to
player of the
Sure,
season,
sure.
bro. Player of the season, bro.
Johnny. Man, don't do this to me. Don't ask me this right now, man. Nah, I'm just happy for
I'm
Pulisic
joking,
today. Everyone knows
Big
Pulisic is
baller.
my guy in it, so
Benzema.
Yeah, for real.
it's
And
good that
Ben's big enough
Pulisic's
for
got 2
it.
goals in it. But yeah,
Chris,
Mount
scored.
had a
Lewis,
good
yeah,
game,
thanks for
to be
this
honest.
thing.
Mount
I'm
had a
going,
good
yeah.
game, to be honest.
Bless Kazi.
And
No,
he did
no,
well
guys.
against Porto as well, man. Mount did well against Porto. Today was a good day, man. Havertz should have had a hat trick though.
Yo, I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Havertz should have had a hat trick, man.
That's like the
Wow.
one thing he needs to improve on. I think if he gets more power behind his shots, that's
Then he
it.
was on his
It's
right
like
foot.
such a little thing that I'm just excited to see it
Oh
come
yeah,
out.
a bit
But
more clutch
you know
from Havertz.
that chance he had, yeah, when he shot it, he had bare space, you know. He could have dribbled into space and shot, but
Such a
he
little
wasted it.
thing
So I don't know,
that I'm
man.
just excited to see it
Oh
come
yeah,
out.
a bit
But you
more.
know
Lewis, I have the stats. Lewis, I
Oh
have
yeah,
the stats
go for it.
today's
Go
game.
for it, Zach. If you want to
No,
just switch off the stream that you got, bro, massively appreciate. Go for it.
Yo, guys, we gotta be.
It's
We
already
have to
there.
be
It's already there.
We have to mark Benzema so well if we get to Real Madrid, bro. Well, more than
Benzema.
Real Madrid.
We gotta stop his
Don't
service.
worry about Benzema, man.
Yeah, we'll take him, man. We'll
He's a
take him.
When we
pensioner, bro.
when we get there, we'll get there.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is the problem. This is something I don't think we've really understood this, right? We play with a twin sixes, right? So
Yeah.
if our attackers if they really don't press against a 3-man midfield, we have no chance of success. We genuinely have no chance of success. They're simply outnumbered. That's the only problem. Forget the attackers. If we don't win that midfield battle, it's over. Again, our entire system is built around this possession.
Who are you talking about? Real Madrid?
Again, Real Madrid.
Oh, Real Madrid, yeah.
Real Madrid. If we can't stop Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro, it's over. It's literally over. We have no chance. No
I
option.
think
Before we go off, I just want to read the super chat quick. Big up Mr. Paulito's way saying, stop it. Simple question. Do we get 3-0 with Reece compared to with Hudson-Odoi? No, we don't. So Reece is more complete, maybe, but we can't act like we would have scored 3. I understand that because we're still accepting that Reece James is a more complete player. But in terms of what Callum Hudson-Odoi can offer going forward compared to a Reece James, that's probably why he was more effective for a performance like this. Because Reece James is much more well-rounded, but with Callum Hudson-Odoi, he's going to be a lot more attack-minded. So you play him in more attack-minded games like this one.
Drop-off. I really don't see a big drop-off between Reece James and Callum.
I was gonna explain to you.
Defensively,
I reckon it's down to the opponent.
I just don't like.
Yeah,
I don't see a big drop-off.
Depends who we playing it.
Yeah.
Because I can't lie, man. I didn't see us wiping the floor. Like I was shocked. I was like, right, 10 minutes in already, bag 2. That's what I want us to be doing. Like, clear the game quick so man can do something else in it. You get me? Like, don't wait until like 70th minute and then score. Like, clear the game so everyone can see.
He said, "Let me leave by halftime, bro. Wrap it up. Wrap it up."
But that's how it should be with these teams, bro. We should be doing this regularly.
3 or 4.
2 minutes, we scored 2 goals, man.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah, man.
If we didn't score, create bare chances.
Nah, but Pulisic's first goal.
Yeah,
we should have had about 8 goals, man.
Xavi's right, man. The fact that we created so many chances to score is the most important thing today. So even if players like Havertz is going to miss a couple chances, it don't matter. We scored 4. Like that's what it should be when you're a big team going against.
You know what it is? Yeah, this is our best ever entertaining game. You know,
we should be beating a team like Crystal Palace, man.
I feel bad for Werner.
West Brom should have got 6.
This would have been a game with a lot to be in.
Nah, man, we didn't need to play Werner. Werner's
I know. I'm just saying, like this would have been a decent game for him
to get a stat. I see what you're saying. Like, when we had 4, try to get him a goal.
That won't do anything for his confidence. He needs to score a goal that we depend on him.
Don't.
He needs to know what it's like to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah,
exactly.
If he scored a couple,
needs some timeout, man. Werner needs timeout. He's still in Germany.
It's your body. It's your body. Like it needs to hit his brain that he scored. Like, you know what I mean?
Werner's still in Germany, man. Werner's still in Germany. He hasn't came to London.
Timeout, you know.
He's just a limited player, though. That's what it is.
Nah, he's not limited. His head is not at it. He's mentally.
Bro, like for real.
Mental block.
You see what Pulisic is doing?
Donny's right.
What Pulisic is doing, like being in the box, is what I want Werner to be in. He's never in the box. He's never just like having that instinct to score. Where are you? I'm looking for him. He's the one crossing the ball. Like,
you know what it is? I think the team is still trying to find out Werner. Like they're still trying to play.
I'm trying to find Werner
to his strengths. I think they're just trying to play to his strengths, really, but they don't do it well.
They still haven't done it.
I personally
still haven't. Listen. When we see the first game, right? The first game where we're like, okay, this entire game we're just gonna ping balls over the top to Werner, right? Once we see that, and then he keeps messing up and he keeps flopping. That's when I'll hop on that train. But until we play fully to his strengths, I'm not going to.
Can I just say, that for me, the balance up front with the trickery and finesse of Pulisic, the durability, the pressing, the assists in Mount, the link up with Odoi, with Mount and Havertz, the calmness and clinicalness and composure of Kai Havertz in false 9. It's all got a good balance, that front line. I think as long as you leave Mount and Havertz, I feel like when you put a Ziyech on with that, you still got a good balance, if you know what I mean. But the moment you take Havertz or Mount out, I don't know, man. I just feel like you either become too light or just not.
Creativity goes.
It doesn't work. The creativity.
I think we've now come to the understanding that our 2 creative players are Havertz and Mount. It's not Ziyech. It's not Ziyech, it's not Kovacic, it's not Jorginho, it's Havertz and Mount.
No, but
Yeah.
that could be creative.
The whole stigma that they
Like-
can't play together out the window. It's out the window.
Yeah.
They can play.
Today proved it.
So it's a matter of so now we understand that our best attacking system, formation, arrangement, whatever you want to call it, has to have Havertz and it has to have Mount.
And then you alternate the rest.
And then you can alternate the rest. Exactly.
Yeah.
You can put Werner, Pulisic, Cho, whoever you want.
Man. If Pulisic can overcome this stupid injury nonsense, then he has to play. I don't care.
Yeah, we'll play on the left
Cool
all
as
the
that.
time.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care.
yeah.
If you play next
Yeah,
to
Of
him.
course, that's his position.
You gotta manage
That
him
left
so
wing.
much.
I think Tuchel now understands. Yeah, you can't put him wing back or right wing. You
No,
put him
he's not.
left wing.
Yeah,
innit?
he's
put him on that left wing.
He's a lefty. He's a lefty.
Word to Johnny. He's a lefty. You don't put him on the
Exactly,
right wing
man.
or right wing back. You bang him left wing, bro. Because
real.
when you bang that, you see his first goal, bro. That first goal, man.
Cold.
Raw. And he
Cold.
scored
Deadly,
against Palace last
deadly.
season as well, you know.
If Havertz could have done that, put
Twice.
some like in the shot.
And that was
Yo,
left. That was
yo,
that
Lewis.
It's a Bergkamp moment.
I'm going to jump out so that you can get more people on because I know there's a lot of Chelsea fans that want to have their say.
Yeah,
Well, I appreciate that, man.
In a bit, lads, man.
Oh, Zach, we actually haven't heard from you yet. So if you want to say anything about the game, let's hear it.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to my guy Dag. So this game was great overall. I loved how we played. Havertz, Pulisic, everybody's amazing. But Havertz, those chances he missed, like those two chances we had, I felt like his confidence was there, but I don't know what made him miss those. But I felt
Match
like
fitness, match sharpness. Sorry, match sharpness.
yeah,
That's
I would.
all it
Yeah, I
is.
would say that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt like if he put those away, I would have been so much happy. But overall, we played amazing, as always. And Kovacic, I've been watching you guys I have been watching this panel for a while, and I hear that some of you guys don't rate Kovacic as much, but I feel like Kovacic. I feel like Kovacic is our best player this season.
I never heard Kovacic slander.
You can't say you don't rate Kovacic.
No,
what he
like
brings to the
what I
table.
mean. No, what I
We
mean
know
by
what he
like,
brings to the
negative, like sometimes some people just say like I feel like he makes mistakes, but I feel like at the same time he makes more like the way he plays and like the way he holds the ball in the middle. I feel like nobody in the Premier League has that kind of player.
We
just
just
probably
No, he's just
got to improve his
two
end
or three.
product.
He's
That's
had
it.
2 or 3 games where he's not been that great. He's been okay, but before that, he's been fantastic. Like
No,
I
but
think
with Kovacic, we know what
he's
we're
just
going to
tired,
get.
man.
Yeah, we know what we could get from
I
him.
think
it's just his end product sometimes.
He's not going to score.
It's just
he's not
that
gonna
final
assist,
ball.
But he's good in the ball, man. He's a good ball player.
And also
definitely,
fatigue, because he's played a lot of games for us. This
He
season.
has played a lot. That's true.
I
That's true.
again,
It's not, but like it's been the final third. Like if he could just pick up a,
But that's
or
you're
pick up a
nitpicking.
great
You're
pass.
nitpicking the
Yeah,
final
but he's never
third
going to
because-
improve in the
it's been
final
there.
third.
I'm only
been
saying
there.
that because our final third's been so poor, bro.
No,
Yeah,
that's
like,
true.
I'm
we can't
saying-
expect him to do that.
If our final third was like today, you're not worried about Kovacic.
Yeah,
playing those goals.
word.
No, that's true. That's true. But like when he dribbles past everybody and goes to the final third to make that decisive pass, it just never
Yeah, but
goes
bro,
right.
bro,
Never
if
goes
Kovacic-
Yeah,
right.
but
guys think
that'll
that's good?
that'll
Modric.
come when your
It's
final third is
Bro,
it's got
You
chemistry
don't
like
understand,
today. It will
If
come.
bro. You
Kovacic
don't understand me.
can
See,
shoot,
every
if
day is not
Kovacic
going to be
was
like
scoring
today,
goals,
though.
If Kovacic is scoring goals, you'd be
No, but it should be with our players we got.
he would be at Real
It should be.
Madrid, bro.
I'm
He'd
not
be
saying
playing
I have a
Kovacic
question.
right now, bro.
I'm
I
not
have a
asking
question for the
Kovacic to
panel.
banging goals, but he could provide more assists from the midfield.
Yeah, but if he does all
Most
that, he'll be at
definitely.
Madrid, bro. That's
He's
how
a
Madrid got
progression
rid of him,
player,
bro.
though. That's what he is. He's just a
No.
progression
I mean,
player.
no. I mean, let's be perfectly honest, right?
Can't say that. That makes him
Hold on,
limited.
Yeah, but Modric doesn't score. How many goals does Modric score?
I
for
didn't
Real
say
Madrid?
goals. I said assists, bro.
Oh,
Not
assists.
just goals.
Sorry. Fair
That's what I'm
enough.
The
saying,
thing
man.
is, yo, the
I
thing
mean,
is,
it's not
Johnny,
major.
Johnny,
Yeah.
the thing
Yeah.
is, if our creative attack is potent like this, Kovacic doesn't have to do as much work.
He
You
don't
feel
need
me?
to do anything.
I think
Just
when
progress the
we're
ball.
not creating, it's like he has to make those long busting
Yeah, but
runs.
you're-
And
yeah, you're-
I don't
you're
know if you
asking-
you guys play football. When you're doing those long busting runs, your finishing is
man,
type
tiring.
off sometimes. That's
Okay,
it.
but wait. It's not about finishing though. But I'm
Are you
saying
your
like,
assist, your pass, that final
no,
pass?
but like when you're in that position though, if you want to be world class, I mean, we call Kovacic a great player though. But if you
But
want
we
to put
don't
that,
we don't let him off for that though.
Come on, bro. But aren't we talking? Hold on. This is the same player. Hold on. Time out. Time out. Let's be honest. This is the same player that you originally was a 10, right? And then he came to Lampard. He got moved.
No. He was originally. He's always been a holding midfielder.
Yeah, it was always a
holding
holding.
But he wasn't a
He's never
six.
been a 10.
Nah, he's never been a 10.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's still switching his position. He's still learning something new. It's still a matter of giving time. Like we're giving all.
Okay, I'm not saying we should sell him. I'm just saying it's
No, I
the most
I
things.
get what you mean, but look, we're talking about a player that does everything exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Exceptionally well. And this is the one thing that if he fixes if he fixes this, he slots into every single team in the Premier League.
You think he does everything exceptionally well? Like you think like Kovacic is really good with dribbling the ball and passing a little bit, but what else?
Hold on, his press work is incredible.
His press work is good. It's good. Okay,
hold on. His short passing, and his chemistry with the back line, understanding where he needs to be, is incredible.
Yeah.
How?
Especially
we're not conceding when he's on the pitch.
Like
especially between Jorginho and Kovacic, like their understanding of
Zach.
I
agree with you, bro.
I'll be honest, his long passing is good, yeah, but
he needs to.
His long passes are
he's got a good pass in him.
Like our team, Kovacic is like the best at holding the ball. Nobody can beat him with holding the ball. Nobody can take
Same
the
with
ball.
Jorginho.
When you watch
but Kovacic is
and you watch Jorginho
he can
play,
take
press
the ball
resistant.
2-0 Madrid.
They scored off the free
kick.
Cruz.
Crazy.
Look what I'm talking about.
Cruz.
Cruz. Here we go. Look, I just said it.
I'm getting
when you
pissed
watch
off.
Cruz
Lewis,
play,
are you a Barca
when you
fan?
watch Jorginho play, you see the difference. That's all
I'm not even either of these. No, I want to watch the match. That's all. I can't even get it up. That's the bullshit. Nah, fuck Barcelona. I ain't never backing no.
At least you know how many illegal streams there are out there, man. Come on,
Bro, if I put an illegal stream on top of this stream, my laptop is crashing.
Wait,
it won't be able to
I have a question for everybody. Who would you guys want to start in the middle?
I was just about to ask.
Kovacic?
Alright, guys, can I give my thoughts on the game? Can I give my thoughts?
Kante's not ready anyway.
Alright,
We'll come back
listen,
to
yeah.
that question. Ryan, give us your thoughts.
Listen, guys, yeah. I haven't been here too long. I haven't been really watching the stream, yeah. But I think we've been crediting a lot of individual players, Mount, Jorginho, Havertz, Pulisic. But we gotta give credit to Thomas Tuchel as well, because the football he made us play, like the attacking. I think this was our most. I think this is our best performance under Tuchel. Like attackingly, defensively, in the midfield, pressing, final third. Even though we could have scored more, but I think the interchange and the fluidity of our attack was so good. Like we thought Everton was good in terms of the fluidity in the attack. That was probably the best we've seen before this game. But this was like 10 times better, because then you only had Hudson-Odoi and Havertz and then you had Werner taking defenders away. You had Hudson-Odoi, Mount, and I think we got to give credit to Thomas Tuchel, because the pressing was great and the creativity as well. Something where we complained a lot under Lampard, which is we couldn't break down a low block.
Ryan, I was saying that at the beginning of the stream. I think Tuchel is really starting to find out about his players and getting like the pieces right.
I love the way he broke them down. Like
Ryan, he said at the beginning of the match, he's like, I went with this lineup because they could drag out Crystal Palace's defender and the fluidity of movement that they can bring in. This is he said that in his pre-match talk. So like credit to Tuchel still.
I feel like we moved that ball so quickly. Like I don't know. Like if we more likely when we get past Porto. Like I'm just addressing Dag's a point he made earlier. He was talking about how we have to approach that game with Cruz and Modric in midfield. I think the reason the obvious thing that people like to think about is that you need to play someone to press Real Madrid's midfield to outrun the midfield, and that's the mistake Liverpool made with playing Keita. You don't try to outrun that midfield, bro. You need to play someone there like Kovacic that's press resistant and is gonna get the ball, that's gonna keep possession well, and then you have to have a runner in there like N'Golo Kante.
Rudiger is actually strong, you know.
Yeah, he is.
Rudiger was a beast.
You know what, with Kovacic, you ain't got to worry, man, because once Billy Gilmore gets in that side,
he's not getting in there. Get rid of that thought.
Johnny's still in fantasy land.
I'm still
Johnny's still in fantasy land.
Gilmore's going on loan.
We might as well promote Cesar Bell and Lewis Bate and everyone. Bring the whole.
No, they're not levels of Gilmore yet. Come on, come on.
Yo, Bate sometimes be looking better than Gilmore. I'm not even gonna hold
No. Gilmore.
I don't even know who the academy prospect. Well, like I know Cesar Bell and that, but everyone throwing them in. He's the next this, he's the next that. And
Billy Goatmore. Billy Goatmore, bro.
You know,
Scottish Iniesta, yeah.
We got a revolving door of
Chevy
talent
Nesta.
now, my club. We already know that.
The one I'm excited about is the Umbayamba guy that we got off Barcelona. He looks like a beast, man. I can't lie. I saw a thread on him. Oh, is it?
Can't wait
The next Eric Bailly, man.
Apparently, Declan Rice is going to United. It's a pretty done deal, man.
That's all right, man. I don't even want it.
I'll be honest, yeah.
Hold on. Listen, I don't think you understand. McTominay is criminally underrated, and
He is, but
Fred has been the reason.
He's important to that United
Rice
side.
is to replace Fred, bro. Rice is to replace Fred.
Are you trying to hurt my ear, please?
Bro?
Did you say McTominay? McTominay, are you having a laugh?
Yes, bro.
Bro,
He's underrated. He's a good player. He's a good player.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
I don't rate him.
Nah, he's a good player.
He's him and Fred.
If he was Portuguese or something, bro, you'd rate him, trust me.
Fred is worth.
He's like the mount of Manchester
I haven't even
United.
finished my sentence.
Hey, Johnny,
I'm saying McTominay with Declan Rice will be a difficult midfield to break down.
Oh my
it will
days,
provide a lot of cover.
Johnny, where did you see that at?
What?
Bro. Where do you see that news at?
Are they
I've
gonna win you
got
the
a
league?
source from
Oh, they're not
someone
gonna.
who's.
I'm not worried about them winning the league, but I'm worried about breaking them down.
My
Listen,
very close mate is
Hold on.
season ticket holder, and he knows someone in the club.
Let me wheel it back. Listen. Leave Fred out of it.
Fred's going. Fred's going to be replaced by Rice, man.
Someone said Fred in it, so that's why now I'm moving. Man.
Listen. Right? Look, the whole point why Man United haven't been able to fully unlock their team is because you know how Bruno has that free roll, right?
Yeah.
And Fred and McTominay provide the cover so that the rest of the attackers don't have to provide that much defensive work rate, right? So if you get a Declan Rice to sit in there with a McTominay, right, and they provide cover for the entire back line, Bruno Fernandes is free as free can be. Rashford is free as free can be.
Hold on. You just said, Declan Rice and McTominay need to cover the spaces, but isn't it Fred that dead you doing it the same thing that you're just describing? Is that what you're saying?
Fred is not good enough for that.
Yeah, but he's not covering the spaces that you just said. You need someone to cover the spaces, bro.
No, Rice is better going forward as well. Rice is better than both of them going forward.
Yeah, I think Fred is more of like an attacker. He pushes up.
Bro, Fred and that Maxu, them man are terrible. I don't. Oh god.
Yo, them Bele be missing.
Yo,
bro,
dog,
let's talk about Chelsea, bro. I don't care about
Man
Man United. Like I said, Oli can sign a 10-year contract. I don't care.
So wait, why are we not in for Rice though?
Right.
Because we don't want to buy
because it costs too much for us.
3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, post. Oh, shit.
It's
Was that 3-0?
Nah, they hit the post. Valverde.
Yo, they need to get that right back off because Vinicius is tearing him a new one.
Dest.
Serginho?
No, Vinicius.
Oh, Dest.
Dest isn't ready yet to me, bro. Like,
nah, he's not ready.
It's not even Dest. It's the tall one with the ponytail. I don't know his name.
Oh. Yeah.
That's not Dest.
He's a youngster. I forgot.
What? Dest is not playing right back. I see Dest.
I think he is, bro.
It's this guy. It's the yellow boots one with the ponytail.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's young. He's probably a young academy player, isn't it?
Yeah,
probably. Very old. He's getting toasted.
Here, hold on. Let me find it.
That still isn't ready yet to me though because Mbappe did turn.
Is it Mengueza?
I don't even know.
Yeah. I just saw his name.
Yeah, they're playing a 3 in the back.
Don't worry about Real Madrid, man.
Right. They're playing 3 at the back. Wow.
We gotta watch this one.
That's how you know Lampard's changing, bro.
They make it seem like Real Madrid has a crisis every year. They be doing this.
Huh?
Oh, he's got a new guy in there. Jack, what are you saying? What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent game, to be fair. Very good from the start, I would say. Very solid. Showing a lot of character, definitely. A lot better than the previous Premier League game, anyway.
Oh, that was shocking, man.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
You think we needed that, though?
What? No, we didn't.
Well, yeah, we probably did.
Over, man.
Well,
We didn't
It puts us
necessarily
back in-
need
We didn't
it.
need that.
Like,
It just made our situation
done
better.
that, yeah.
Put us
It's
in
a
an awkward
tricky one,
situation.
But I feel like the fact that it shows that we got to stop being complacent and come out with energy. We're not gonna just.
Do you know
roll
that game?
teams over.
That game, we couldn't.
We wanna
pass from
steamroll
5 yards. I've never seen professional players not pass the ball from 5 yards. Jorginho's passing that game was so bad.
That's what I'm saying. So why though, right? He was so
Go to
casually
Amazon Prime.
complacent.
He just had an off day,
What?
man. He just had an off
Like,
day.
did you guys see today's how
But
Leeds?
Johnny, you can't have off days when you're playing for Chelsea. Man. I
2-1.
don't care.
Yeah, but all players do, Emma. I mean,
Nah,
even Mount,
Johnny, when
even
you're
Mount
Chelsea,
didn't play well in one of.
It was
one
just
of the
all
games.
of all of
Do you
them
know what I
had
mean?
off days. It was too much of them.
And Johnny,
The
hear
problem
this,
is, the problem is, Sevi's
The
right.
5 yards, though.
When that West Brom game, it was all of them. It wasn't just one or two
No,
players.
it
You
was
could get
Jorginho and Zuma, bro. It was
Nah, it was
Jorginho
too
and
much.
no. Kovacic was poor as well.
No, it was Jorginho and Zuma.
Kovacic was poor as well. He was
Jorginho's
poor.
performance was like. And who remembers Bakayoko's performance against Watford? That was Jorginho's.
Yeah,
performance.
Jorginho was
that
the worst.
bad.
Was
It
the worst.
So bad.
Listen, hold on.
He caused that.
I will put majority of the blame on Jorginho simply because I put all the blame on that Thiago Silva red card on Jorginho.
Yeah. No,
Both
yeah.
of them.
I don't know. Thiago Silva should be more experienced than
I would
that.
say
The experience is what got him carded. The experience is what got him carded.
I would say 90%.
No, the second foul,
is
he didn't
on
need to do
Thiago
that.
Silva.
Yes, no. Hold on. The second foul, an experienced player knows you don't let a player have an open shot outside the box.
But he could have stood up. Like he
could have
didn't have to like jump
He
and
didn't have to
block.
dive.
You stand your
he
ground.
slipped.
and block.
Maybe he slipped. Whatever it is, Jorginho should have been there. That was Jorginho's man to cover.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm putting 90% of it.
90% on
still.
Thiago Silva for that red card because we were.
Thiago Silva should have just stood his ground as a block.
That game would have been.
Man, he didn't know, innit? He didn't know.
Yo, as a defender, big
Yeah,
man
what
defender
would
this
you
stuff.
say? What would you say if the guy scored a screamer from outside the
I'll
box?
take my
It's
chances.
better. It's better than not
He's
getting a red
on
card.
a yellow,
You
though.
could come
He's
back
on a
and still
yellow.
beat them. The
You
red
could
card
come back
literally-
from a
literally
1-0.
took us
You
out
could
that
come
game.
back
He
from a
wasn't match
1-1.
fit as well, man. It was his
Yeah, he was
first game
rusty.
back.
Then he should not have played. That's Tuchel's fault.
No, you got to play him. He needs to
He
get
had to
match
play
fit.
him. He had to.
90%.
He should have came on like
He
15
wanted
minutes
to
ago.
rest. Listen, you got to respect. He wanted to rest Christensen and Rudiger for the Porto game. And
Yeah,
he
Okay,
so
that's
put
why blame
Christensen
Thiago
on.
Silva for that red card.
Yo, guys, I got a dip, man. But big up all you, man. Like,
Yo, big up.
brilliant
Yeah,
game,
nice
man,
one,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Big up,
These
the
comments are
Chelsea.
so disrespectful. These comments are so disrespectful. I've waited my time patiently to say something, and I don't just get comments like this. Trisha, come
What?
on. Trisha,
What happened?
Comment
I don't
section
see
are
the
comical
comments.
these days, but yeah.
come on.
I wouldn't have that.
Oh shit! Yeah, because you were talking about the McTominay, whatever.
I know you're right. Facts.
That one there, fam.
He's talking about mixed shit.
What nonsense is that, man?
He was a
McTominay,
striker. Oh, he was a striker before. Did you know that?
Who, McTominay.
McTominay, yeah.
That's why he's a midfielder now, because he's.
That's why he's trying to steal it.
No, he's got a shot. He's got a shot on him, man.
Oh,
For that long shot goal.
He can hit one though.
Johnny, I would not even take him, bro. He can stay at United.
I'm not saying for Chelsea. He suits United in a counter-attacking
No, definitely.
system.
That's why. Which remember he scored
Yeah,
that.
he's a
two
good
goals
player for
today?
United. I can't lie. When they don't have him in the midfield, they look open.
Yeah, they look
Definitely.
awful. They look awful. They can get
Bro,
away
I
with
don't
it for
even-
some games
United can
with Matic, but
United
they can't go a whole
They
season.
look awful, innit?
Coming
They
back to
look
Chelsea,
awful.
who do you guys want to see in that midfield partnership for Porto?
For Porto.
Kovacic.
I need Kante.
Jovicic, man. Jovicic for Porto.
Yeah.
Kante, man.
No, I
Kante,
need
man.
Kante, bro.
I want
Man.
to see Kante more,
Wait,
bro.
You wait,
Are we
wait,
trying
wait,
to-
wait. People want Kante against a pressing side.
No, I don't want
Bro,
Kante.
can you
I want
just
someone
drop
who's
that
got
gender,
the.
Louis?
I want
But I feel
someone
like
who's
I
got
want
the
Kante, man. I want
ability.
Kante, bro.
What
when
agenda?
Kante
The
came on
Manchester
today,
City game happened against a strong pressing side, and he got domed.
I need Kante, man. We need
Southampton,
We
the
need-
strong
we need to
pressing
lock
side.
No.
The ball
If
away.
any George Porto's gonna get into the
Kante
middle.
is a player you bring on. Listen, he's not match fit. He looked off the pace today. When he came on, we didn't look right in midfield, and they scored because he needs to adjust. He needs match fitness, bro. Listen. For the game against Porto, all right, they're going to press us like crazy, and Jorginho and Kovacic are going to boss it.
But
they will play.
They're gonna
for
have the
about
better
65
players
minutes.
in though.
No, but listen, we get a goal with. We will get a goal. We will score a goal with Jovicic.
That's
then
why
after we've got the goal, you bring Kante on.
Hold on.
You
In
bring
every
Kante
single one of our
after.
games, and every single one of our games where we after the match, we sit here and say we won comfortably. or that was a solid performance. We've had close to 65% possession, right? You don't get that with Conte in the side playing.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't get that.
All right,
So for that,
we're not going to sit back. We're not going to sit back.
So for the
but
central,
you see the way we played against Atletico, right?
For the central, us getting
but we were forced to play Kante because Jorginho had a yellow card.
But you see how we won 2-0.
He would have played.
We played well.
Yes,
we played counter. Hold on. We played counterattacking that game. We didn't play possession.
All right, so why can't we do a little bit of that this game?
Yeah,
because we don't need to.
We don't need to.
We don't need to. There's no need. We don't need to win. We're fine. We
didn't need to win against Atletico.
We just need a whole.
It's 1-0.
Against Atletico, we had a
why would we play like that?
We had a 1-goal advantage against Atletico.
We could do that because we even have another goal, so we can even do that more.
No, because when you do that, you get complacent, and that's where mistakes and opportunities
if you
arise.
get complacent, it's like a mindset.
No. You got to understand the 2-0 when you're 1-0 ahead. It's on a knife edge. When you're 2-0 ahead.
And exactly, that's what happened the last game. We got that first goal, and
you're not understanding, Xavi, bro. When it's 1-0, you're on a knife edge in the second leg. All right?
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. When you're 2-0, you've got more of a cushion, but that can work against you psychologically. Definitely. And that's why if you play a Kante who's not fully match fit, I wouldn't feel as confident because I don't want to sit back. I don't want to say, come on at us. I want to go to them.
Bro,
I want to take them.
Guys, we didn't play that well in the first leg. And they were playing through the middle.
What are you guys speaking about?
Porto.
I'll be honest. When Kante came on, Man City. I think Man City he has to play.
I feel like you got to play Jovic against City. Jovic.
I wouldn't start him in either game. I wouldn't start him against
the Kante agenda, bro.
Nah, we need him against Man City.
I don't want him playing against pressing teams.
You're right. And you bring on Kante. You bring on Kante to shut the game out if you're ahead. In the game, not at the start of the game. In the game.
This is not a Kante agenda. It's Kante cannot deal against a strong press by himself. So I don't want him against. Porto was the best pressing team we faced under Tuchel. Manchester City absolutely exposed him in the last game we had. I'm not having either of those games.
He was playing lone DM. If we put him,
Lewis,
bro, the two-man pivot against Southampton. What about the two-man pivot against Southampton?
He just came back,
struggled in that match too.
I agree. That was Zuma's fault, bro.
Zuma's fault for the goal. I'm talking about in-game when he was winning the ball back and losing it just as quickly. He cannot deal with a pressing team.
And he's not.
And also, Lewis also said we want to ease Kante in the team.
Yes,
that's why we're not
exactly.
For the next
That's
two
the only
matches.
reason I say go with that pivot.
Shabby.
All of that other
He can play. He could play against Real Madrid, bruv, and destroy them. He could just.
Real Madrid. We
real quick.
He could break their play up, man. He'll break their play up.
Yeah, real quick. We saw today's attacking front. Because
Real Madrid don't press.
Hold on, Johnny, real quick. We saw today's attacking front, and we saw how successful they were. So we're like, okay, we need to give them more game time, let them play more and more and more, right? We saw Conte come into the midfield today, and we conceded, and we did not look as fluid.
That was not his fault, though.
Yes, it was.
How was that Conte's fault?
The midfield was open when he came on. It was a bit open. I ain't gonna lie. We lost. Lewis, didn't I say on stream, bro, that we lost control in the midfield and it was imbalanced when Kante came on? Did I not say that?
That was not. He played next to Kovacic and then Mouse.
He left the ball. He should have pressed the cross, but he just left it. So that ball went up.
He was the one that
next to Mount and then
it was so and that's what got mixed up.
Because with Kante or Mount or Kante or Kovacic, you have two pressers, which is why we already say there's a bit of a clash when you play the pair of them together. Kante and Jorginho worked. I can back a Kante and Jorginho. Kovacic and Kante worked in the Atletico Madrid game, but they sit deep. Even when they were 2-0 down, they play a lot more defensively minded. So you can back that sort of, you can back Kante against that sort of team. Porto, dangerous in midfield. We struggled in the first leg. I'm not playing Kante in that game.
If they run at us, who are you gonna back to stop them? If they run at our middle,
they won't run at us, Xavi. They won't
Porto, who are you gonna back?
So guys who kept a clean sheet in the
No,
last
but like
match.
this game,
But
this game,
we're lucky they didn't take advantage of that. They were playing through our middle, bro.
No, listen. In the Porto game, they packed out the middle. We couldn't play out from the middle with Jovic.
I'm not talking about
you're
playing
definitely
out.
not going to play out. You're definitely not going to play out with Kante there. Trust me. So you're going to have to go. You have to go. The wing backs are the outlet again. That's what's going to happen. They're going to do the same thing because it almost worked for him in the first half. It almost worked.
The first leg.
Yeah. In the first half of the leg,
because they played through our middle.
They packed our middle, pressed Jorginho Kovacic, and we weren't spreading it out to the wing backs like we did second half.
I think
Kante and Kovacic, two midfielders that are going to attack.
I don't want
space
Kante and Kovacic
to one that's
I
going
would
to
think
stick
like a
deep.
Kante.
And you're going to worry about how they press us and how they get into our midfield. If they were able to get through a two-man midfield with someone sitting, imagine how easy it's going to be when they're facing two presses.
We all know
they're going to leave so much space exposed.
But you see the first leg, yeah? Reece James was in mad space, you know. I don't know why no one tried.
Yeah, he was. And that's what I'm saying. In the first leg, we couldn't. Our outlet wasn't coming for the wing backs, right? For James and Chilwell. We weren't making those passes because their pressing was so good.
When is that
in the second half, they got tired.
Quick timeout because now I do have to leave because I've got to start the phone in. Big up everyone who's been involved. We are going to continue this Kante discussion in the build up to the Porto match, so we'll get into this again. Big up everyone who's been logged in. Smash the like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next game. Take care.
As always, guys.